Hey everybody, welcome back to the episode on Mighty Mall Shop Creations. Today I'll be kind of introducing you guys to this new project that my dad and I will be collaborating on. It's the 1963 Johann Rambler American kit. So without further ado, let's roll the intro. Alright, so as you can see here, we have the body of the kit. So actually, before I get to that, let's do the kind of backstory of this, where we found this kit. So we were at Fulton, New York, the show up there, or down there, I guess.
Down there for us.
Yeah, down there for us, because we're up there for you guys, most likely, depending on where you're watching from. Anyways, we were browsing through the vendor area, and we saw this. We're like, oh, can't go wrong with at least taking a look at this. I mean, we didn't see the price because it wasn't faced out, I don't think. So we picked it up, and we're like, oh, 20 bucks. Well, not quite mint, but it's pretty good for the age. But we're like, oh, 20 bucks. And we're like, oh, body cut into pickup. What does that mean? So we open up the box, and, lo and behold, you get, half the car missing, pretty much. Or I guess not a half, but a quarter. We're like, oh, well, it's
pretty cut up, pretty roasted, pretty rough.
Yeah, very, very rough. I mean, there's like hot glue on the wheels and stuff. It's cracked right here. It's not great. And then obviously the missing major part of the body. We're like, kind of looked at the profile a little bit. We're like, oh, that's kind of got some potential to it for it to be like a cool 60s custom truck. So we bought it for 20 bucks, and that's kind of, we've been thinking about it ever since we bought it. So we figured we'd film a video before we build it to document it before the build and any modifications. So as you can see, there's a pillar missing on this side, so we're gonna have to rebuild that. It has both of the fender wheel covers. This is for the other side, but yeah. So I mean, the body's not in terrible shape. The only thing that's really bad is it's melted on the back here, but we're gonna rebuild the tailgate anyways. We're gonna keep this custom logo on there because it's kind of cool.
I figure we're gonna have to put a whole truck bed in the back anyways, so to cut out the tailgate and kind of modify it and get it all set in is, just part of building the box anyways. So.
Yeah. And actually, one of the guys from the club, Kevin, he kindly gave us one of his truck beds from the AMT 55 Nomad kit, I think it was, and you could do it as a truck. So there's the bed inside of the kit. I don't think I put this on the channel, but this is a build from a few months ago. But yeah, there's the bed in there, and then tailgate opens. Doesn't come with the tailgate because we're not going to need the tailgate. We're just going to make our own. So this will kind of give us a nice foundation, and actually it fits really well in the body, like surprisingly well. We just need to, section it here, move the wheel wells kind of back more, and then put the section part back here. So yeah, that's the plan with that. In the kit, we'll actually go over the pieces. So it came with the interior tub. We were thinking of maybe opening the doors on the Rambler itself and then having swivel seats instead of the bench seats, I guess. Or I guess it's not a bench seat because it's not one, but
yeah, we'll give it that totally like 60s custom swivel seat vibe, and we open the doors and get some really thick flocking or something in there.
Yeah,
it'd be pretty wild.
And the stock dashboard looks pretty cool to me. I don't think we're gonna switch that out for anything. Just gonna leave it the way it is. Really crazy detail though for a kit that was probably over 50 years old, I'm assuming.
Yeah, for sure, more than 50 years.
Here's the Continental piece. It didn't come with the holder for it, but we're probably not going to use it anyways. I just thought I'd include it in the video. Here's the front grille. It kind of looks like a mustache. Like if you put it on the car, it totally looks like a mustache, but
catfish mouth or something.
Yeah, oh yeah. But So we're not going to use this. We're thinking of maybe making like a wired grill, kind of in the same shape where it goes up and around and down. Just kind of delete this black piece and then have the outside Rambler bit.
Like that. Oh, it's like Brian Makowski brought that custom car that he did with the. He's got a very similar front grill.
He used pencil wire.
Yeah.
Or not pencil wire. Piano wire.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's piano wire. Anyways.
That's hard.
Yeah, and anyways, so here's the steering wheel. It was totally blown to bits, just like the other Rambler steering wheel was, funny enough. But I glued it back together because I'm a pro. Here's the firewall. So, it's just a firewall. Radiator. And there's some little bits in here too. Well, here's the headlights. So we were actually thinking of using these. But we have lenses that we found in the parts bin. That'll go... They're really nice lenses too. They'll go really nicely over top of the existing ones, just to give it more dimension. And we're also thinking of putting those, the lenses that go over top of the headlights. Or they're not really lenses, they're like covers, they're like eyelid covers. So we're thinking of maybe putting those on, not too sure. It also came with, I think this is a record player? Pretty weird. I've never seen this in any kit before.
Well, if anybody knows what that is, I mean...
we think it's a record player. It looks like one, but yeah, if it's not, let us know in the comments below. Seat belt. Not sure if we're going to be using that or not. Probably not. I don't know why this is in the kit. It looks like a belt. Maybe it was a seat belt.
A luggage belt?
I have no idea what that was from. But again, if you know what it is, let me know in the comments. And then it came with 3 of these little, like, dime things. Or, like, pointy custom pieces. So I don't know what that's for either. I think this is the front bumper, maybe? It looks like someone chopped a piece of it off. So I don't know if it's the front or rear. But it's the one from the kit. For sure. Again, there's the other fender or wheel cover. And then, so these are the pieces that we kind of picked out so far that we might be using. So these wheels and rims, they're really cool, really nice white wall tires and rims. And it'll suit the car better than the ones that are on there now, because the ones that are on there now aren't great.
Well, they're pretty crusty, yeah.
Well, yeah, and we're thinking of lowering, kind of having it the stance like it is now, but with these rims and tires. So it should look pretty cool. So yeah, and then I picked out these. I found these. I have no idea what they're from, but they kind of look like taillight kind of holders, if that makes sense, like where they put the taillights on too.
Yeah, it looked like a turbine engine.
Yeah.
Exhaust from like one of those fighter jets from the 50s. It sounds like a really 50s vibe to it.
Yeah. So, and then, I'm not going to obviously have them stick out that far because that's ridiculous, but maybe just past the mold line on this side. And then I'll install it from the back here, like kind of that way. And then these bullet taillights that I found in the parts bin, they're really cool. And we're going to sand them down to make them the same sort of radius as the,
it'd be like
or circumference, I suppose.
Like 59 Cadillac kind of rear taillight.
Yeah, sort of. Like there's kind of the idea that I'm going for, but obviously they need to be resized majorly. So that's the plan with that. And then we saw a couple of ideas, or actually Kevin, I think, mentioned to maybe put a hood scoop on it. Not anything super crazy, but just a little bit of a custom flair to it. So these, I don't know where these were from. I think a parts bag somewhere. But they're really cool. We're thinking of putting them on the hood on either side, but obviously sanding them down more, making them more level and shallower. So that'll be cool.
That's the cool thing about model clubs, man. Like, you have all these people, like, so Kevin, for example, like, he's an old school, like proper, like, hot rodder guy. So if we showed him this project and we're like, hey, this is what we're kind of thinking or whatever, and he's like, oh my God, you need to do scallops on the side. And we're like, oh, we were thinking of, like, putting these, like, hood scoops on, which are practically scalloped, so it like tied the whole piece together. It's nice to be reassured, like when you're thinking about something, and somebody with like that caliber of hot rod background, agrees with you. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and we were also talking about a color, like we were thinking maybe baby blue. And before we even told him that we were thinking that, he suggested it. So we think we're leaning in that direction, but we're not 100% sure.
Yeah, baby blue, white scallops, maybe big white walls, chrome, swivel seats.
Yeah. And here's the original decal sheet that came in the kit. I don't think we're going to be using any of these, but that could change. You never know. I kind of like these giraffes. That would be kind of cool to put bizarre on. I know, but they look kind of, I mean, yellow on
yellow and blue. Yeah.
No, yellow on blue and white. It sticks out, but it doesn't look super ugly. And then we're looking around in our decal sheet bin, or not bin, but booklet. We found some white pinstripes and some designs here, so we might use some of these. I think these are the same exact ones. And then we were looking at these ones too. It's really hard to see them.
Yeah, that'll be hard to pick up.
But you can see how detailed they are in the shining of the light. But yeah, maybe these deck of cards too. But yeah, so those are the decals that we picked out. And another thing, when we were in Fulton, I guess his name is Joe. Joe made a bunch of Bonanza bags. So this is Joe's Parts Bin Bonanza bag. He gave it to us for free. And it just comes with a bunch of parts and stuff.
Random stuff. Amazing random stuff. It's so fun to pick through.
Yeah, and so we went through it in the car when we were there, and we found an easel in here somewhere. So we're going to have to kind of reopen this bag and dig through for it, because we were thinking of maybe taking a picture of the final kit and then, scaling it down, printing it out on paper, and then putting it on the easel. Yeah. Have the easel in front of it.
Cool, yeah, just like a old school 1960s show car. They had the easel
and like the red ropes around it.
Yeah, the velvet ropes, man.
Yeah. Here's the list that we actually wrote. I forgot to look this over. So yeah, lower stance, moon dish rims, eyelid covers for the headlights, shallow hood scoop, turbine taillights, opening doors maybe, balsa wood truck bed. We don't know if we will do that, just because this one's pretty nice the way it is. Although we could just put the balsa wood over the design maybe. I don't know. That's an idea. Swivel seats, reduced photos of real truck. That's for the easel. Yeah, there's the rope display. And then the middle console built into the dash. Oh yeah. So I don't remember where I put the piece, but kind of the way that this dashboard goes on, if it'll not break. It would be really, really cool. Oh, I'm just going to rip this. It would be really, really cool to have sort of the middle console kind of build up into here on the dashboard, kind of like in one consistent flow. Sort of like what you see in those futuristic sort of custom cars, where it's kind of like almost like an airplane fuselage, where it's just one piece, right? So that'll be kind of cool if I can figure out something with that, because this whole piece is going to be gone. So we're going to have lots of room to work with. Well, not lots, but more room at least. So yeah, I think that's it for the introduction video to this Rambler American project.
Yeah, it's going to be another great save, man. That's the cool thing about going to these markets, right? You go and you pick and whatever, and you're like, oh my God, what a piece of junk. And then you squint your eyes a little bit, and you're like, oh, wait a minute. I can see where he was going there. Somebody had a really cool idea, and maybe I'm a bit of a nerd or whatever, but it would be really cool to like see this project through. Like, here's a 50-plus-year-old kit that otherwise, nobody's give a second look to, and maybe we can give it a second life. Who knows?
Finish someone else's unfinished project.
Yeah, hopefully it turns out. I don't know.
Like we don't have enough of our own. But I was also going to mention that this is a really cool front emblem piece here. We're not going to get rid of it because it's really, I like the design of it a lot. So that's going to stay on there. But yeah, this is a collaboration build between my dad and I. So, basically Albert Einstein and Nikola Tesla sort of works here, but I'm just kidding. But you know, it'll be fun. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on the post notifications if you haven't already, and
let's see this junk come together.
Yeah.
Let's save another one, man. Yeah.
All right, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.